The Botetourt County Fair returns to Buchanan Town Park tomorrow. To tell us what to expect during this year's event, we're joined in studio by Brittany Turman, Secretary and Marketing Chair for the Botetourt County Fair Association. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And first, we were just talking about this, but I am obsessed with your shirt with the chickens. How cute is that?
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about the history of this event. I was reading up online, and is it true it's been around since the 1800s?
Yes, we have a very long history in Botetourt County, dating back to the 1800s, so around 150 years worth of history of the fair. Yeah.
That's amazing. The annual event is more than just a summer event. Tell us about how it's celebrating a season of agriculture.
Yeah, so the fair is really focused on our mission, which has 3 pillars, I like to say, and that's the preservation of the past, educating people on our history as a fair and the history of agriculture in Botetourt County and the surrounding areas, promotion of the present, letting people know what's going on in our farming community currently, and educating the future of agriculture, giving our community and our participants the ability to learn through hands-on experiences where our food comes from. You know, less than 2% of our population in America farms or ranches, and that less than 2% feeds the 100%. And the average age of a farmer in the United States right now is 58, which as I age is by no means old, but you're not exactly a spring chicken. So we want to make sure that these younger generations are plugged in, and if they have that interest in ag, that they can learn about it through the fair.
Yeah, tell us what are some of the events that especially a lot of these younger kids can participate in.
Sure. So we have so much going on. We have Friday night at the fair, which is sort of our kickoff. We have live music, beer garden, wine slushies from Virginia Mountain Vineyards. We've got the Lord Botetourt High School FFA there with their famous pork chop sandwiches, and we have our poultry show. So we have an open showmanship show where youth from around the county can join and show off their prized birds. And then we have our Feather to Fork program, which is actually our program that our fair board runs, where youth can choose to raise a day-old layer hen and come and show those hens off, or they can choose to raise a broiler bird from a day old to harvest time and process the bird, package it for sale, the whole thing. So feather to fork, literally.
That's amazing. I'm sure they're learning so many hands-on skills.
Yes, lots and lots of hands-on skills. And then that learning carries on over into Saturday. We have a youth livestock show where the participants are showing the animals that they've cared for since earlier in the year. We have cows and pigs and chickens and goats and all the things. And then there's a livestock auction in the afternoon where they actually get to put those animals up for bid.
That's very cool. Tell us, how do community volunteers make this event possible?
Yeah, we could not make it without our volunteers. We have a full board of directors we're all volunteers. We're also all females, so an all-female board getting it done.
There we go.
And we have a slew of volunteers that help us from the farmhouse, which are our more traditional fair contests where people can enter in cakes and pies and cookies and produce and arts and crafts, to the folks that are helping us organize the draft horse pull and the livestock show and our kids corral and all of the different activities that we have throughout the fairgrounds.
Yeah, and let's talk about preparing to attend. We already know the weather is going to be really nice Saturday, but what should people bring and how can they get tickets?
Bring a smile and a lawn chair. No tickets needed. It's free admission. So it is a free event for the family. We have lots of vendors who are selling all kinds of wares on Saturday. We've got food, we've got drink, good desserts. So just come on out and be prepared to have a good time and learn a lot.
I see some farm fresh eggs here. Is that something that would be judged or something like you could buy almost like farmer's market style?
So those are my son's eggs actually, and those are from Fairbirds. Every year he raises a set of laying hens, so he has his own little egg business, and he is entering 2 dozen eggs, 1 all white and 1 brown, into the farmhouse this year.
That is so exciting, and just an example of, again, how these kids can learn hands-on skills, and like you said, our farming population, they're aging, and we need to replace that with new farmers to be able to grow produce here in America and have local food, so that's very important for kids to learn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Having me.
And we have that information up on our website. Again, the fair starts tomorrow. Gates open at 5:30 and it goes till Saturday. And that's in the Buchanan Town Park. So thank you again, Brittany, for joining us and sharing.